The departmental administration announces that they recently won the award of the Carrera 13 project.
The departmental administration announces that they recently won the award of the Carrera 13 project, where 634 linear meters of road will be intervened, benefiting the inhabitants of District 4.
Hemos hecho la adjudicación.
We have made the awarding of the second phase of the Carrera 13, which was in its bidding process on November 10th, in order to expedite the works and start as soon as possible. This will have a stretch of 634 linear meters and will go from the last entrance of Guineahen to the ring road that connects to the west side of the island.
On the other hand, the Secretary of Infrastructure, Alfredo Escalona, refers to the repairs being made in the Harmony Hall Hill Cemetery.
Hemos hecho la adjudicación del...
We've made the awarding of the works of Harmony Hall Hill for the value of 6,331 million pesos, which includes the construction of 2 vats in the circumference system. This also includes the circulation system between vats and also the niches.
In conclusion, starting the works in District 4 would help to improve the quality of life for those who have suffered for years due to the poor condition of these roads.
Today, 2 people were admitted to the departmental hospital with gunshot wounds and 5 more after capsizing of a mule-type vehicle. Fortunately, all are out of danger, according to the medical reports.
Apparently, 2 isolated cases of gunshot wound were admitted to the departmental hospital in the last hours. The victims are stable according to the medical report. It is noteworthy that the police authorities have not made any pronouncement on these new acts of violence that occurred today.
This morning at 12:40 a.m., a 28-year-old male patient was admitted with a gunshot wound to the right clavicle and the 5th finger of the left hand, currently stable and being managed by the orthopedics department. At noon, a 23-year-old female patient was admitted with a gunshot wound to the right thigh, currently stable, no vascular compromise, and being managed by orthopedics.
On the other hand, 5 people were admitted to medical facilities after being involved in a traffic accident on the San Luis Road.
5 patients, tourists, were admitted after a traffic accident due to capsizing of a mule-type vehicle. They presented traumas in the upper limbs and posterior thorax. At this moment, they are under medical management and undergoing medical studies to determine the severity of the injuries.
The Ministry of Labor and the departmental government are getting ready for the next service fair to be held in the department.
Public entities and private organizations will meet next November 23 in a service fair where the community will be able to learn about the offers, plans, and programs aimed at the island community. The event will take place at the Morgan Cannon Square, and it is being organized by the Ministry of Labor.
We are going to have a big activity by the Canyon de Morgan from 9 in the morning to 3 in the evening, which we are inviting all the informal workers and formal workers at CM. If it's a person that looking at a job, this is their opportunity to come out. Why? Because we have the center, which will here selling them service with the Bolsa de Empleo. We have inscription to the ARL from Positiva and different entity, and we have given different kind of service to the community. You all know that we as Gobernación, we go to the community and look for all different informal workers. Them, and we're having days inviting out you all, telling you all about this service, this activity. So this is the time now that we need you all to come out. Taxistas, motor taxistas, who can get here on the road, who paint fingernail, who everybody who do it but informal, all who sell fish along the road, the fishermen them, who raise hog, who raise haas, all I want to please come out at this activity. Why we are giving you different service. One of the services we have, make the fast exam fan SIDA. We want cholesterol, sugar, grease, all an activity what we have for you all tomorrow.
The service fair will be held from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Morgan Cannon Square.
In other news, the Minister of Transportation visited the archipelago and raised issues with the different actors in order to improve the conditions of the airport, the departmental dock, the different roads that are being intervened, and to achieve that San Andres has an automotive diagnostic center.
During the weekend, the Minister of Transportation, Guillermo Francisco Reyes, was meeting with different actors of the island to propose solutions to improve different aspects in the archipelago, who first of all raised 5 topics, as are the airport, the departmental dock, access channel, mobility, and the control tower.
5 major issues have been raised. The first point is the airport. We have agreed to form a committee that will meet next Friday, November 25th at 9 a.m. at this same location in order to examine 3 major issues. The first has to do with the police and canine that would facilitate the baggage inspection system. The second has to do with the OCRE and personnel at the airport, including Colombia migration. And the third is the issue of the arrangements where there are budgetary commitments from the National Aeronautics.
The high cost of the dock was one of the main issues that the minister addressed, and the need to review its operation, as well as the need to have an access channel.
As second topic, the dock issue has been raised by those who are here, where some concerns have to do with the cost or the dollarization of the dock or the port, the cost of port movement and tariffs. We have heard the positions of the representatives of the Port Society, of the public and private actors, as well as the trade sector on the situation and the need to review some issues related to the functioning and the operation of the place. The third issue is the access channel. The need to review it was raised by the Port Society. It is evident that San Andres needs deep dredging so that vessels with deeper draft can enter.
For the minister, it is a matter of concern that the department does not have an automotive diagnostic center.
Hablamos del tema de movilidad.
We talked about the issue of mobility. We raised 3 issues of concern to the Transit Authority, the Congresswoman, and the actors present here, which is the lack of automotive diagnostic center, the issue of license plates, and the issue of construction licenses. In particular, this issue has already been linked with the Ministry of Transportation, with the Vice Minister, and the commitment is that this week the issue has to be resolved, that San Andres has a diagnostic center to resolve the issue of licenses and license plates this November, at the latest in December.
Last but not least is the issue of the control tower of the airport of San Andres and Old Providence, which is delayed due to the awarding process, but it is expected that in the next few days the issue will be resolved.
And much attention to the community of Providence and Santa Catalina, the Sena Learning Service, with the purpose of promoting the entrepreneurial spirit in the municipality, will hold the Entrepreneurship Fair tomorrow.
Invited to participate and attend the business fair to be developed by the Sena in the municipality of Old Providence are entrepreneurs, employers, and the community in general, an activity that seeks to boost the economic reactivation of the sister island.
Have a feast for employment and entrepreneurship. We want to make an encounter with the people then from the community. We want to reactivate, teach them about reactivate back our economy and to generate a formal employment. The event is for all the entrepreneurship them and all the people them that have a job in the island.
To be held at the Sena subsite in the Old Town sector from 9 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon.
And all the people them that have a job in the island is for them and for the whole community to come out and support our rice-all enterprises them, our rice-all product, to come and see them and buy and support to reactivate the economy in our municipality.
And in a dialogue with Teleislas News, the lawyer Sergio Estrada, who was the special guest at the commemoration of the 10 years of indignation since the decision of The Hague in 2012, spoke about the work that has been done to strengthen the Colombian defense before the International Court of Justice.
In the framework of the 10 years of the racial indignation, the liar Sergio Estrada was invited to the department to participate in the event that was to be held on Saturday, November 19. But due to the heavy rains in the department, it could not take place. However, in an interview with Teleislas News, the liar spoke about the impacts that this decision of The Hague has had on the insular territory and the challenges that we racial people face on a daily basis.
We have some quite complex events, widely reported and recorded through academic studies conducted by the National University, which end in the neglect, let's say the lack of diligence of that central institutionality against the care, respect for ethnic peoples, and completely the racial people of San Andres.
According to Estrada, in Colombia's defense before The Hague, one of the most important details or inputs of the process was the inclusion of the racial people and fishermen, who are the ones who feel the consequences of the ruling on a daily basis.
These dates should always be to vindicate and continue fighting for the recognition of the racial ethnic people. Basically, it caught a lot of attention when the sentence came out, making a small summary between new caste and new caste how the opinion of a continental San Andrean or Paña is very different from the opinion of a racial ethnic people. The first one worried about the loss of the territorial sea, but the second one worried about his subsistence. It is that difference of opinions.
Although the court decision cannot be overturned, Estrada agrees that it is important to continue with the work being done at the local level to make the territory visible and make people's rights known.
Although it is difficult, I believe that this cannot be an impediment to continue insisting on the defense of the human rights of the racial ethnic people. For example, there is a very important debt that is the racial ethnic statute that recognizes certain rights, and we must also begin to demand reparation actions.
Sergio Estrada Vélez is a Liar University professor and the director of the Center University of the Constitutional Studies.
Obra Viva is a laboratory of collective creation that will be developed tomorrow, November 22nd, at the Cultural Center of the Bank of the Republic. The whole community is invited to participate.
Artisans and artists will be able to participate in the socialization of a process that took place throughout the year between the group of artists of the Mango Collective and the racial artisan Rosalie Watson. Tomorrow, attendees will be able to learn how this project benefits the art of the islands.
Obra Viva is a national project of the Banco de la República. It started in 2006. It's a project where select an artist of each region of the country each year to show their art. So this year, Miss Rosalie Watson was working along with the Colectivo Mangle, which is a group of artists, and tomorrow at 10 a.m. we invite all the artists, all the local artists, to come and know more about this project here at the Banco de la República, first floor.
The socialization of the results of the Obra Viva project will be open to the community from 10 a.m. to 12 noon with free admission.
With this information, we reach to the end of this broadcast. See you tomorrow at 1 p.m. Good night.